Hey folks, Kerry from Right Choice Realty here on Parkbench Wainwright, and today I have the distinct pleasure of interviewing Elmari Anderson from the South African Lodge. So let's dive right into this, Elmari. What brought you to Canada? Why would you come here? It's cold outside. What brings you?
Well, this happens in 1997. We decided in South Africa it is time to look around for a new home, and more so because of circumstances there. And we always say because we have 4 children. We think if it wasn't for the kids, we would have stayed. So that brought us. Gordon came first, locum around, scope things out a bit, and then decided on Wainwright. So a very good decision for once.
Yes.
Yeah.
So came as a physician.
Came as a physician, absolutely, yes. And at that time, Wainwright really had a big need. So indeed, just thought the town will fit us well, which it did. And then stayed around for a few years, decided, him and Tom, are we going to make Canada our home or not? And yes, we did. So even just 3 years later, in 2000, we started building this dream house of ours. Yeah. So we built quite a few years actually, and in the meantime, every time when we went back home to South Africa, we gathered some stuff, and this is where all the African, beautiful things came from. So it's really uniquely from South Africa and Africa.
It is. There are a lot of things here from the homeland, I guess.
Correct.
So what brings the South African Lodge? How did that idea come to be?
There's a few things people ask me too. So did you build the house with the idea of having something like this? And no, we did not. We really just built it as a family home. Mm-hmm. But then through the years, we realized this place is perhaps unique. And more so with people coming, from out of town even, or of course Wainwright people as well, and saying, oh my goodness, this feels like a lodge. You can do something with this place. And that's how the seed was planted, actually through other people. And then the next final step, I would say, was when the neighbor place came up for sale. And we decided, why don't we buy that house? And then we can make this
beautiful
guest house.
So the combination of the 2 grounds makes a beautiful venue for a lot of different things as well, eh?
Absolutely.
And thus the name South African House. How many rooms would be here?
In the lodge, we have 5 rooms, and 4 of them are en suite. And then we have on our main floor just a smaller room, also with a full bathroom, but that's more if you will rent the whole place, then you will have the 5th room as well.
Okay, very cool. So you can come here and you could rent all of the rooms downstairs. You can rent the whole facility basically. Right?
Absolutely, yeah, and that is important why we call it a guest lodge. We played with the idea to have a bed and breakfast, which is more common in Canada, I think. But the thing with a bed and breakfast is you need to live in the house, and of course you need to make a wonderful breakfast every morning. So that was not totally our cup of tea, and that's also why we call it a guest lodge. So if you rent this place, you really have the place to yourself. You move in, you take the key, and this is your house for a weekend. Even if you're in one of the rooms, you can use all the facilities, the kitchen, everything.
Okay, well, and I know you mentioned it wasn't really our thing, but I, for one, know that you and the doctor quite often will, provide the community with a taste of South Africa.
Correct.
So occasionally that happens here as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We did like to entertain. I know the house was known for a party house, and I hope that was more because of the children and not because of us.
Of course it was. I don't think the adults did any of that here.
Yes, no. So therefore the house, is really open for any kind of a function that you can think to have.
Well, you look around here, and I'm going to do a little bit of a tour through here with the video and the grounds as well to show what's here, because it's fantastic if you haven't been here. But it looks expensive, Elmari. Is it expensive to stay here? Is it?
Yeah, well, we do offer a lot, and our suites are very unique in the sense that it has a little living area and then a bedrooms, as you will see later. So there's 2 TVs in each unit. So we can easily ask more money, I think, if we were perhaps in Canmore or somewhere, where you have competition. But we have decided, I mean, we cater for a rural place. And so I will not say we're expensive. We are actually cheaper than some of the hotels in town. We do not offer a breakfast, that's true, not even a cheap breakfast. But I mean, as
Yes.
for such, I will not think we're expensive. Yeah.
No, and I'm sure you're not.
Yeah.
Fantastic here. So the variety that you have, what sort of things would people book your lodge for?
Yes, there's quite a number of things that happen here. So first of all, of course, to stay here.
Right?
And so we will get people from out of town, but that is really the minority. Our biggest group from out of town is actually a group of hunters. So
Okay.
hunters will use the lodge.
Right.
And this is a group out of the States, and they will book it for the whole of September and October, which is wonderful for us, and they love the lodge, you know.
So goose hunters.
Goose
right?
hunters.
Yes.
So they will have people coming and going, so it's a very good deal for us. But then we have in the summertime, so it's kind of according to season. In the summertime, we have our weddings.
Okay.
So we will talk about the weddings. So summertime is wedding time, or, you know, groups of people will use the lodge over weekends.
Okay.
So that's more where our whole lodge get booked as a house, you can say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's touch on the weddings,
Okay,
because this is a
sure.
fantastic place. If you've been to a wedding here, if you haven't, you need to see it. There's a great location for the actual ceremony that's kind of built into some pine trees and a nice backdrop. There's I'll call it a recreational area, but a place to really meet with an outdoor bar venue and that kind of stuff, a place to play games. I mean, I'm saying everything, but
No, but you
Yes.
experienced it, and that's
Yes.
absolutely true.
For sure.
Yeah, so that of course happened again from inside our family, because Arne got married, and him and Robin were actually the two discovering that unique setup with the pine trees.
awesome.
And they worked themselves to death there to make it perfect, and actually her family got involved, and we have the Weep Cathedral, so that's our ceremony spot. And the ceremony spot can take up to 170 people, so
Wow.
we have benches, and it's really a very unique spot. Your bride can get ready here, that's one of our main features. And sometimes, you know, people will just book the lodge for the girls to get ready.
Right.
But then if you have your ceremony, you can have it right here. After the ceremony, you can have a cocktail hour with our lovely bar.
Okay.
And then you can use the grounds for games. What we cannot offer, unfortunately, is a reception if it's a big wedding.
Okay.
Because we're in a residential area.
Right.
So at 11 o'clock, things need to shut down. However, we can offer smaller weddings, you know, and it's just, which is becoming more popular, of course, the world we live in now. So if you have up to 60 guests, then we can absolutely have everything within our house and our grounds.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can
Good.
do it all here. And I know, let's say another thing that comes to my mind, a larger family gathering, it's Christmas time, all of a sudden our family swells to people coming in to 25 or
Correct.
20 or 18 or whatever, something but bigger than the normal home can handle. A great place to come.
Oh, absolutely, Kerry. For things like that, family reunions, or even for, you know, funerals. It is really
Okay.
nice. We have that more and more. Such a nice place to come to for a family to be just together and in a different spot than your home. But then, of course, you talk about Christmas time. Over Christmas time and year end, we are very popular to have year-end functions here
Okay.
for companies.
Yes.
So we actually have, I think, around 3 places in town that will come this year for the 4th time. So something must work in this house
Yes.
for them. You know, so a very nice evening to have the whole space for yourself, to do your gifts, exchanges, to do your little speeches or whatever, different from being in a restaurant.
Right.
you
And they
know.
would have that catered then?
They will have that catered, absolutely, yeah. So,
Okay.
so yeah, usually people will have somebody coming in, or yeah, we can even offer something. So, yeah, whatever they want to do.
Fantastic. Well, I know it's a ton of fun here, and I know just the options that you provide are fantastic. So if we just recap there, weddings, small receptions, there's an outdoor area. You have a hot tub out here as well.
Correct.
That could be used by
Absolutely.
people that use the facilities as well. There's 3 suites downstairs? 3?
Yes.
Okay. And they're full suites that have their own washrooms, all those facilities. We've got a beautiful, fantastic, high ceiling living room and kitchen here, and you can hear the fireplace cracking in the background. Great place upstairs. You can see the spiral staircase up there behind us where the brides and their entourage might go up there to prepare for the big day if that was the deal that was going to happening.
Absolutely.
As well as the other grounds for playing games and the weddings. So it's a fantastic venue for a lot of different things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. And, I just want to thank Wainwright as such. You guys embrace us when we came, and this is kind of for us a way to give back. And I must say, in the end, it's not the travel people from outside, it's Wainwright that is carrying South Africa House.
Right.
And that is very special to us.
Well, I think
it really is.
I think most people in Wainwright know you and know the type of people you are, and they would be thrilled to support what you're doing. You have a beautiful venue here anyways.
No,
but I think that has a lot to do with it. So thank you for coming to our community and being part of it. What can people do if they would like to book a room or a wedding or something like that? How do they do that?
Okay, so they can please go to our website.
Okay.
sahouseguestlodge.com.
Okay.
That is our website, and there is email address and phone numbers, and they will actually talk if they call with Anira, my daughter. Mm-hmm. So Anira is handling all our bookings and managing. So she's of course not in Wainwright, but she's doing all the online things, and then I'm kind of the on-site manager. So I will at any time show people the place if they want to come for a tour or whatever. At any time we can do that.
Fantastic.
Good.
Well, once again, folks, Elmari Anderson from the South African House and the entourage of activities that we can have here. Check out the website if you'd like to book a facility or a room or something like that, a special day. And if you have a business or something that you would like to be interviewed on Parkbench, we are thrilled to do that. We love doing it. Check us out, Parkbench Wainwright, and we'd love to meet you for yours. Have a great day.